locked in with you. You're locked in with me.
Are you recording that? No? Come on.
Yes, I
Yes,
absolutely was.
that's it. That's our intro. That's our intro right there. I love it. I love it. Well, Ryan, there's a lot of good books here.
Yeah.
A lot of good books.
Yeah.
Grab the one with the white cover.
Oh, Captain America?
Whoa. Whoa.
That's... Welcome to another episode of Black, White, and Red all over.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red all over. I'm Victor Dandridge, the hardest working man in comics.
Ryan Seymour, King of Comic Town here in Columbus, Ohio.
Boom, and we're back for a brand new week where we're going to read, review, and recommend some amazing books to you so that when you go to the comic shop, within the next few minutes, you're going to have a plethora of things that you should read. Unfortunately, we don't actually have a plethora because...
When you get 2 out of the 6 boxes of comics you're supposed to get, and that's rounding up, yeah.
It's a little sparse on the walls. It's not our fault.
Yep.
It's not our fault. But we still read some things, and we're going to review some things and recommend some things. So there you
Some
go.
surprising things, too.
Some surprisingly good things.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so before you go to the comic shop and maybe grab some books, sit down and watch Ant-Man and Quantumania, because that's on Disney
streaming
Plus
now,
now. So these are the things that you need to get.
Yes.
Okay, so when it comes to these, we are totally different. So we got 6 different books on the Goodreads that you should read list.
Which is
So-
crazy based on the number of books that we got in so far. Like
The
that.
fact that we have such diversity
Yeah.
means we got skills, okay? We pull some things. What do you want to do first?
All right. Because we only got one copy of Avengers.
Yeah,
Why don't you lead us off with that?
With the Scotty Young cover though, okay?
Yeah.
It's fire. Okay, so this is Avengers number 1. We've got a new team jumping off, which is...
Oh, that art is gorgeous.
It is gorgeous. Okay, so Jed McKay is the writer, CF Villa is the artist, color artist is Federico Blee, letters by VC's Corey Petit. Okay, so in the aftermath of Jason Aaron's run, imagine having the challenge of stepping up to carrying this story. Like,
Yeah.
it's going to be tough, right?
Yeah.
The thing that I think McKay does really well is totally jumps in full on characterization and action. Doesn't pretend as though we don't know who these characters are.
Yeah.
Fully embraces that we should by now have a clear understanding of these folks. They've got a great who's on first joke in here, which is
nice.
hilarious. How many caps does it take to be on an Avengers team? This is the question. So I'm not going to answer that for you. You have to read it and find out. But no, it was a really good, fresh start. I mean, again, when you have the shadow of Jason Aaron looming over you,
Right.
that's tough.
How many creators want to take over after someone as iconic as that? Like, like Frank Miller hands the title off.
Right.
Like
what?
what
who wrote Daredevil right after Frank Miller? I don't know.
I couldn't tell you.
I couldn't at
I
all.
can feel bad now.
I know, right?
That
You
has to
got
Ugh.
dang it. But no, I mean, like, he did a really good job setting up scale, context of the Avengers, and kind of like building into something that I think will be relevant and reverent for where we are MCU wise as well. So really good mix.
Very,
nice
very
mix
cool.
of stuff.
Very cool.
All right.
Oh, this is a toughie. I'm gonna start off with
Ooh, good
Elvira
choice.
in Monsterland number 1. Dynamite Comics, they picked up the license, like kind of like Dark Horse used to have a license about everything. Dynamite's got that going on, and they've got Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. As they did a mini-series before where each issue was her encountering various monsters.
Ooh,
like
that's fun.
Jason and whatnot. So in this one, she is, God, there's so many references that are amazing. So Peter Weller's in this also.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like basically as Peter Weller.
Like it.
So some Vlad, the actual Vlad the Impaler, the
Okay.
actual Dracula, is bouncing through the realities that vampire Dracula movies exist in, and he's collecting all the vampires for whatever reason we don't know yet.
Okay.
And it is the dialogue is snappy. Like if you've ever watched any of Elvira's movie watching parties or anything like that, it totally has that. Like it absolutely nails her dialogue. It goes through, and you got like classic Bela Lugosi. You've got
you had Count Duckula on the cover. Tell me,
oh my gosh, yeah, because you got all the hammer vampires.
That's awesome.
You've got the.
Oh my god!
Where to go? Where to go? Because it's awesome. Because it's one that I was like, wait a minute, I can't find it.
Oh, okay, that's all right. No spoilers.
Yeah.
No spoilers.
Gosh, I almost said it.
Yeah. See, don't do that. Don't do it.
So if you're looking for just like a hysterical, just fast romp, this is the way to go. Elvira, it encompasses her. It's got so many Easter eggs.
That's awesome.
It's got Peter Weller reprising multiple roles. It's got all the Hammer Dracula. It just freaking buy it. It's good.
Get it. Okay. This was a tough one, but I decided I'm going to go for X-Men 22. This has got Dugan, Cassara, and Gracia on creative duties. Okay, so this was fun because, again, I'm one that jumps in and out of the X-Men series and just kind of seeing where things go. The way that folks have kind of taken Jonathan Hickman's run on X-Men and kind of made it their own, creating new problems, new like sort of situations for the X-Men in light of all of that, not necessarily undoing it, but really kind of examining like how would this actually affect things, right? Because mutantdom is now a global superpower, and as always, that superpower cannot go unchecked or undisturbed by people with their own agendas. And when you get this consortium of people together, it's not a good look.
Yeah.
It's bad. So this, the X-Men are getting ready to be enemy number 1, 2, and 3, maybe for machinations of their own, maybe not. But I definitely appreciate that we're going to see some cool spotlights on characters like that one.
Never see him enough.
Exactly.
For what he's capable of.
And what's amazing is in this thing here, he's making a plea for why he's going to be more active.
Okay.
But I love the subtle jest that they make where how come after every time a particular fellow mutant dies, they don't clean it up very well? They just kind of leave these around. And considering what it's covered in,
right,
that's not a good plan, okay? So I love the sense of accountability that they're like, why do we not stop that? We should collect those.
How much of it's out there?
I don't know, because that becomes the other thing is I thought that was a very semi-rare mineral, but it's enough that they can have a few of them.
Is it a way that you can mine for it now?
That is the question, right? And if so, like folks are using it and... That's bad.
It's bad.
It's a lot of
bad, folks.
So there's a lot of cool stuff here. So Jerry is doing a really good job of, again, finding like interesting, nods to Jonathan Hickman's run and kind of seeing where he can go with it, and good stuff.
Yeah. And this doesn't have to do with any of the books we're reviewing this week. If you like Jonathan Hickman's take on X-Men and his rebirth of that, and you liked his Secret Wars stuff, and you liked his FF stuff, contact your store because Ultimate Invasion's starting. Or it's like the rebirth.
That's right.
Yeah, he's headmanning that, and that's the rebirth of the Ultimate Universe from the early 2000s. Yeah. Contact your store because we need to know that you want it so we can make sure you get it.
Literally. With Brian Hitch too. Like one of the architects.
Right.
He did Ultimates, yo. Like that's what the MCU looks like.
It's because of him.
Literally. Okay? You wanted a black frickin' Nick Fury? He did it. And specifically made it Sam Jackson. He almost got in trouble for that. Because they didn't ask for permission, and they thought that Sam would never find out. Didn't know he was a comic book fan.
He's a huge comic fan.
Huge comic book fan. Huge. Absolutely hilarious.
Can you imagine just flipping through the shelves of the week that Ultimates one?
He just kind of walks in,
like, I'll check this out. I'll be
mother. You know this what happened.
Oh yeah.
You know this what happened. Actually, Mark talked about that where when he saw him on the set of Kingsman. And he apologized to him about it. He's like, "You got me a 9-picture deal, so I'm not really mad." And I was like, "Yeah, that's grace. That's grace. That's how you. Hey, you got me hired for a lot of movies, and now an upcoming show. Like literally, good job.
Thanks." Alrighty. All right. So this is part of the Dawn of the DC relaunch revamp. The Vigil #1. Ram V's writing it. And Ram V is just amazing. If you have not read The Many Deaths of Layla Starr, stop, pause, Go forth, collect, and read.
Yeah, add that to your read pile this week.
Yeah. So we've got him writing. We got Sharma doing the art, and the art is absolutely amazing.
That's good.
Yeah, it's just there's like a manky kind of vibe to it.
I can feel that.
It's really really cool. So, anyways, when looking at the landscape of the superpowered members of the DC or the planet Earth, how many people live in India? How many?
That's a good question.
How many superpowered beings come from there?
I can't really think of any in particular.
Right?
And that's a problem.
Right?
That makes... Oh, wow.
So, their own metahuman program has been created.
I love it. I love it.
What was awesome about it is it functions almost like a Task Force X.
Oh.
And I only use that as like the elevator pitch to get you on board. They don't operate for the government. The government doesn't even know they exist.
Oh.
So it's...
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah.
That's
so it's
fun.
like this special ops kind of clandestine type stuff.
Yeah.
And the first story centers around giving you like glimpses like this is the character who's going to be the person kind of in charge, like managing all the egos. Here are the characters that make up the team and what powers they've got, and kind of give you like a brief explanation of how they work. And it starts off this giant freighter out in the ocean has been trapped by pirates.
Uh-oh.
They've got people held hostage.
Okay.
So they go in, the Vigil go in, and they rescue the ship, but not for the reason you're going to think. So it is just this amazing...
I love it.
Yeah, it just takes the superhero kind of thing and turns it slightly on its ear. Absolutely amazing. You don't need to know anything going into it. All these characters are brand new. The art and the story let you know everything you need to know right now about them.
That's awesome.
So very, very cool.
I love the globalization of superheroics because for so long, especially in American comics, it was centered around America.
Right.
But there's so many people that are enjoying our superheroes. So why shouldn't they have them?
Yeah, why should they go elsewhere? Like, there's only 330 million of us here in the U.S.
It's literally like small potatoes in comparison to the population of India. So, what are they, like 3 times our size?
Yeah. And there you go. And these are some badass characters.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Big shout out again to Mark Miller and the Ambassador series, also showcasing that idea of globalization. So this is the In Vogue vibe here, right? So we got a series from Image that's doing it. DC is doing it. You guys should be doing this too. If you're a creator, start telling more diverse stories because that's the way.
Yeah.
That is the way. Speaking of diverse stories, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. This, as a new #1, is thick.
Yes.
Okay. It is pricey due to the thickness. This is a $7.99 price tag, but you get like 4 different stories in here. So we're talking Tom King and Mitch Gerads on one story. So that already goes
sold.
That's your $7 right now. The remaining 99 cents, if you will, you definitely will want to get because Stormwatch, Ed Brisson as writer. Yeah, give me that. Jeff Spokes on art and colors. Great job, for real. Superman Order of the Black Lamp, because again, this isn't just a Batman feature. It's other characters like the Brave and the Bold. That's what it always was, right? You had a Batman story, but it showcased other characters in there. The Superman story in this was crazy. Christopher Cantwell.
Oh, wow.
I dig you. Javier Rodriguez. Amazing. And then Heroes of Tomorrow, Dan Mora. Say less, okay? Like, you grab this because you grab this. I will tell you, the Batman story, those are not the feels that I need on your average Tuesday, okay?
Really?
Like, dark.
Oh,
dark. Like, here, I will.
That's my jam.
It is your jam, but I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you something, and I guarantee it's going to give you the chills, and not in a good way.
Oh man.
Yeah. See. So, because there's nothing about that can go well,
Right?
nothing.
That's
The bad part. Like nothing about that can go well. So
the exact opposite of the scene in Forrest Gump. Like it's
it is. Oh, it so is.
the exact opposite.
Oh,
And you don't know what that means.
but
have
you
no idea.
will when you pick that up. So definitely grab that one because it's a great, great read.
Alrighty. Danny Ketch, Ghost Rider #1 from Marvel Comics. So we got Mackie Picaccio and Guru Effects are the creators on it. So this is just your old school 90s like darkness. Ghost Rider deals with the devil. It's got Danny as Ghost Rider. It's also got Johnny Blaze like riding shotgun. Without revealing anything of the plot, there's this character that I will skip that part so you don't know. But there's a character that is now offering various near peon level, like D-list characters.
Okay.
Special powers. Like you'll be like so powerful and so strong, and nobody will be able to hurt you. Blah blah blah. And they're taking these deals. They don't know what they're going to have to give up in return for it.
Never is good. It's never good.
And they've made the mistake of crossing paths with Ghost Rider.
Wow.
So you got that as the backdrop.
Mm-hmm.
There's another story that's taking place at the same time where that little medallion,
Yeah.
little thingamabobber that gives you the Ghost Rider-ness. Yeah,
that's good stuff.
Yeah, it's really, really good. So something happens with that. It's great. Like it's one of those. If you're a fan of the Midnight Suns stuff, you need to pick this up because it is very much in that vein.
That's a good one. You know what? I think that as a publisher, that's stuff that they should actively take advantage of. Like there should be a code in there that gives you like a secret weapon in Midnight Suns. I don't even know if that's the way the game plays, but they should totally do that. Like make the cohesion between the books and other media like a real thing. Yeah,
all it takes is some kind of code, whether it's a sticker you peel back and it's there, a QR code, something. Shrink wrap it, because then you can toss like a trading card or something in also to give you like the full on.
Come on, that's awesome.
It's
make that happen. All right, so in terms of cost, what I'm working with, let's see, this is a $5. 9 plus 8. Whew, 17. That's a lot. But
mine's 13.
It's not bad. That's not bad. So if you have some extra dough, you want to grab, some extra books to put on your repile. These are some great recommendations. Yes. I will say, and again, to have so many different ones.
Right.
It's been a while since we've had like 6 different honorable mentions. So that just lets you know how dope the actual must-reads are, which you can get in just a second when we come back from our commercial break. So see you in a sec. Pew, pew, pew. And we're back. I'm still Victor Danders, the hardest working man in comics.
Probably Ryan.
There you go with that unsurety, man. Come on. All right. One thing I am sure of is we have 3 amazing books for the must reads. They're all 3 the same, so that's how good they actually are.
And one of them, legit, had we actually gotten all the books that we're supposed to,
we would have missed it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have.
Yeah.
No.
So lucky us.
Yeah.
That
might be. I think it is a book of the week for you because it is for me.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we'll get to that.
Okay, good. Okay, so where do you want to start then? Between these two, I think this one is weaker than this one.
Yes.
So I would definitely start with this one. Okay. Now, when I say weaker, that is a comparable, like, they are up here for a reason, okay? This is like me being like I was the fastest kid in my middle school trying to run up against a bronze medal winner in the Olympics, okay? That's the scale of what we're talking about. What we have here, Dawn of DC, Superman, number 4, Williamson, Campbell, Dragotta, Martin. Oh, goodness.
I'm a sucker for these. For who the colorist, what they're doing, I'm a sucker for.
Oh, it's so good. It's absolutely brilliant. And Jamal Campbell is one of the colorists. Frank Martin, I think, jumped in on the Nick Dragotta stuff. But, okay, so this is picking up after, Superman has had his run-in with Metallo and all these other things, knowing that there's folks that are out there that are just wrecking shop, okay? Doing bad things. Big shout out to Philip Kennedy on that one. But you've got this undertow of this partnership with Lex.
Yeah, which is such a weird,
it's so weird.
He has Lex in his favor, he does have the assets. He has the financing. He has the technological capabilities, the infrastructure to do it. Downside, it's Lex.
It's definitely Lex. So, and Lex be Lexing, okay? Even as Lex is trying to be like a decent person, he's still Lex about it.
Yeah.
I love the context, though, that they're setting up about Lex's history in Metropolis.
Yeah.
That's a bold move.
Yeah, because there's a blind spot where it could have
happened. It could have. And then it makes it more legit for Lex to have the issue that he has.
Right. Because
he was there. He was trying to do the thing.
Yeah.
And this is what we get. So, with all that, again, we're talking riddles. We understand it. Once you read it, you will get it. But the setup of this is a lot of fun. I don't want to call it Silver Age in the framework, but it kind of is.
It kind of is.
Right?
There's like a wholesomeness, or there's an easy, you can jump into it kind of vibe, and it's amazing.
It's good. It's good. Especially that reveal at the end. That was so cute.
Yeah.
Like, just cute for no reason other than for being cute. And I liked it. Yeah. I liked it a lot. It was really, really good. I love seeing the different takes on Superman's Rogues Gallery, though. I think that'll be like the best thing, especially as we're gearing up towards Superman Legacy.
Yeah.
And there's the opportunity for characters that we have never seen show up. This is kind of like, hey, remember this one? You could always touch this. You could go here.
Yeah. And the way they're updating them.
Yes.
Like the way they're utilizing the newer characters to try to like monkey with and kind of manipulate. It's really, really awesome. And it's all totally organic.
Absolutely.
And they understand Superman, like fundamentally the character. And that's Dawn of DC.
Yeah.
Like Dawn of DC isn't just like a marketing banner.
Right.
I was afraid it was.
Me too.
But they're coming out with this, the
They're
vibe, everything. It's so good.
This is definitely the place and space. If I were 10 years old, this is where I would be reading, because this is what would appeal to me. Like, no diss to you, Marvel. Marvel, you're trying. But I think you're, again, trying to rope into big things for movie features as opposed to giving some credence to the actual characters. And I think DC right now is doing it. They're doing that. So between, like, Shazam, John Kent, like, everybody else, they're doing their thing. And, it's good. It's good stuff. To continue that train, Dawn of DC Titans.
I didn't even realize who was writing it until I looked at the cover just a minute ago.
Seriously?
I didn't know. I forgot.
I get it. Tom Taylor, Nicholas Scott, Kwok. It's
such a gorgeous book.
It is.
There's almost like a George Perezian kind of line work for it.
You give those flowers. You absolutely are right. Completely. And okay, so here's the thing. It is my deepest rooted feeling after reading this. Tom Taylor grew up with Titans first.
Yes.
And he definitely enjoyed the idea that the Titans got to grow. Like, they were the Teen Titans and became the Titans. So they're the only true team to, like, transition up, right? And now is the time that instead of redoing the Justice League, they go, no, the Titans are now the Major League team.
Yeah.
That's the concept. Yeah. Okay? The Titans are the Major League team.
DC has Generations as their thing.
Yes.
Superman, Superboy, all that stuff. They're letting them grow up. Yeah. They're letting them do what they were designed to do. Maintaining the vibe and the way each of the characters because that's one of the things that happens with Legion superheroes and Titans in the past reboots, where they don't understand the characters. Yeah. They just put it out. Whereas you can tell they understand and respect each of those characters. And coming out of all the stuff that's happened, right? God, what was it? Not Final Crisis, but the horrible Crisis, the most recent one.
Dark Crisis? Darker
Crisis? Dark Crisis, where it was like more existential crisis.
Yeah.
This feels like one of the major things that should have spun out of it. And it's so cool because you're seeing these characters that have these power levels that get slept on because they're Titans. No,
which is crazy talk. Like,
Starfire, Cyborg.
Huge, battle-ready folks here. And I think the other thing that really works with this, with Dark Crisis, I think the problem was they didn't actually build it as though it was building to this. Yeah. And that's the problem, right? Because Dark Crisis, actually, when you look at it, you go, well, this was actually kind of cool because it does clear the slate and allows this to happen. Yeah. But they didn't market it that way. So what happened? But this actually gives credence to the idea that Justice League is not forever, which is why you have a team like Legion of Superheroes, totally different name, but is allowed to be because the Justice League isn't forever. Yeah. That's for a certain amount of time, Age of Heroes, if you will, but then what comes next. And It's the Titans. It's the Titans. I love it.
Seeing a grown-up Beast Boy.
It's so
dealing
awesome.
with the stuff Beast Boy, because he's not Beast Man.
Yeah, right.
But like, all,
Because he can't be Beast Man. Because that's Skeletor's homeboy. Mm-hmm. But no, you're absolutely right. Like, and finally getting a public display of that was so cute.
it was like the it was amazing. If you just freaking buy it, it's good.
Hardcore. And I guess that's the other thing that makes it so great is like this is Young Justice. This is, Titans the show. This is all these different things collected here and allowed to just be. So I question what other members do you think should be on the Titans team? Like we have a core.
That's tough.
We have a core, but I don't know that this should be the only.
I think how to say it without giving away.
Fair.
There's at least one from a family.
Yeah.
That
I agree with that. I agree with that. God, if they had a member from that family, that would be incredible,
right?
That's a yeah. That's almost a Superman level get if you get one of those and go, you're a Titan now. And then they're like, Titans made of them. Oh, yes, that'd be amazing. Okay. Book of the week.
Surprise.
Hidden gem.
Book of the week.
This is what happens, people. The truth of the matter is, we as comic book readers, and we're fans, there are times where there are so many books that we just can't read them all.
Yeah,
right?
80 or more books a week.
At least, right? So to that end, there are books that have come and gone that we've missed out on, we slept on. They could have been amazing. Yeah. Luckily, through the fates, by not having all the books, we were forced to make decisions that we wouldn't normally make. And man, sometimes that pays off.
This creator I've fallen in love with
literally
in one issue.
Literally. From Dynamite, Disney Villains, Maleficent, done almost entirely by Sue Lee. Writer and illustrator. The letterer is Jeff Eckleberry, right? Like that's what we're looking at. Like Sue Lee did everything.
Oh, did Sue also do the color?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like everything. And here's okay. So the first page is 4 panels of setting. No dialogue. But looking at it, I'm like, yeah, I'm into this.
You're going. I think you're going into the woods.
You are totally going into the woods.
It's pulling you into
are
these
literally
dark woods.
Yes. And the idea of going into a space is getting darker and darker, and the story itself does that.
Yeah, 4 panels. No text, no nothing, no people, just woods.
Yeah. Woods and color, okay?
Yeah.
We're introduced to a character who is both the bravest and dumbest character I've ever seen, ever, because the things that they do, you just don't do that.
Yeah, that's not a long-term survival strategy.
No! Oh my goodness. And if they are our intro to anything, it is a warning. You can only compliment so far.
Yeah.
And woo. But this is magical.
Yeah,
okay?
It really is. It's this idiot, this person who's trying to run away from their family because they know they're not cut out to be what their family expects them to be.
Right.
He wants a life, or they want a life of adventure. Because I don't think we ever
don't
get
know.
a name.
We don't.
Yeah.
We don't.
So they get they want this life of adventure, and they run into Maleficent. And the interaction between those two is just amazing.
It's literally some of the greatest stuff I've ever seen. The tone is on point.
It's perfect.
It's
like that's the thing is it's perfect. I know this will strike our viewers. Like no, this isn't real. I don't like Disney stuff.
It's true.
That's just I know shocking. It's not my thing. Yeah. This like the way Maleficent is. I've been wrong. I got to go find Maleficent stuff and watch it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I can kind of hear Angelina Jolie in this. For real. This was a good read. I enjoyed it so much more than I thought I would.
Yeah, and it's such a simple story, and it's difficult to not give spoilers for,
right?
Without giving away. But it's like this person, they meet Maleficent, and they make life choices that show you why she's Maleficent and why you don't mess with her.
You just do not.
And then within the next issue is a well-meaning prince. So there's like another idiot.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
going to walk into the wood chipper that is
Just
Maleficent.
thinking like, hey, yeah, no, I'm cool. I can do this. You're wrong.
No.
You don't. You just don't. Okay. Like, do y'all not know her story? Do y'all not know like how vengeful she can be? Like, y'all don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. She didn't get an invite to a birth, and she had some problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all. Come on. It was a really good.
It
read.
really was. Like,
really
it
good.
was a fast read.
Yes.
But it was so good. Like, it wasn't fast because there wasn't anything there. It was
Right.
fast because you were so engrossed in it, you didn't realize
You accidentally ended.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I turned to the page and I had to go back and go, oh, that does say end.
Yeah.
Dang it! Dang it! That's a good read. Okay, so highly recommend. Grab that one because you should.
Yeah.
Okay, it is amazing. Totally off the beaten path from what we normally would read, and worth every bit of time that we would have spent on it. So, yes,
Good
that's
stuff.
a good one. What are we spending here?
I don't know.
Let's see. 5, 9, and then this one.
Probably 4 more.
It's another 4. So
Yeah, so
13. Not bad. Not bad. $13. These are your must reads. If you go to the shop at all, these are the things that you should be going home with because they are that amazing. I promise you, you won't regret it. Like if you do, let us know. Send us like your curses in the comments below because we want to know what you could have possibly had a problem with these right here. And we might argue.
Yeah, and let us know like what books we missed out on
Because clearly we have books that we
probably a
didn't get
lot.
to read. So that does happen. It does happen. But because we took a chance, we hope that you enjoyed it. We hope that you liked it. If so, click that thumbs up. Tell the algorithms. Spread the word so we can tell other people about the amazing books that have come out this week. And of course,
hit subscribe because we do this every week. Last week, the video's up on our Facebook page, Black, White, and Red all over. It's sideways, so you might get Blair Witch motion sickness,
but you'll like it.
Jeremy's here this week, so it's not going to
He's
suck.
back. It's not gonna be bad. This is what happens when we just touch buttons. We tried.
Yeah, we tried.
We did.
It was like
For you, because we want to be here every week. For you, because that's what we promised.
Yep.
Black, White, and Red all over. We'll see you next week.